Hello everyone, welcome to Something's Cooking with Alpa, and today I'm going to show you a unique nashta recipe which you can make it for breakfast, for a evening snack, or even as a light meal, and it is made out of whole wheat flour, so it is very healthy. And now let's begin with our process and see how to make this delicious nashta recipe. और हम ये रेसिपी शुरू करें उसके पहले मैं आपको अपने दूसरे चैनल के बारे में बताना चाहती हूँ। आप सबके डिमांड पे मैंने वो दूसरा चैनल शुरू किया है जिसका नाम है एट होम विद अल्पा इन हिंदी। ऊपर जो लिंक दिख रहा है बस उसे क्लिक कर दीजिए और हो जाइए सब्सक्राइब मेरे उस दूसरे चैनल को भी। और चलिए अब हम शुरू करते हैं ये रेसिपी को। So guys, to make this mouth-watering nashta, I've taken about 1 cup of whole wheat flour, which is roti ka atta, followed by 1 teaspoon of chilli flakes, and then half teaspoon of salt, or you can add as per your taste. And now I'm going to mix everything together. Once mixed, let's add 1 teaspoon of oil, and then let's mix everything together again. And then guys, let's add little water at a time and let's knead a soft dough. Guys, the atta should be almost like the roti atta. So make sure that you knead a nice soft dough. And now that our dough is ready, let's cover it up with a wet cloth and let's keep it aside for the next 10 to 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, let's refresh the dough by kneading it again just for about 30 seconds or so. And then I'm going to take a small amount from this dough and make it into round ball. And then using a palms, I'm going to press it down and then dip it into dry wheat flour. And we are simply going to roll it and make it into a size of a big chapati. And see guys, our dough is nicely rolled in, and have a look at it. It's not very thin, it's not very thick. Basically you can make it as big as possible and a little thicker than what you would make it for a roti. And I'm simply cutting off the edges of this rolled dough so as to give us a square shape. And then I'm going to start cutting it in vertical lines as well as in horizontal lines, which will again give us smaller square shapes. And now that we have our squares cut up, let's take one of those squares very gently into our hands and let's take one edge of that end and press it to the other end. Now guys, very gently press it with the help of your fingers at the bottom so as to fold it, and then press the other two ends together. And see guys, we got our beautiful shape ready. Let me show you one more. Let's keep this aside and let's pick up one more shape, square shape. And now again we are going to press the one end of the square to the other end. Press it gently but firmly. And then use our thumb. So use your thumb and press it in the center so the square gets folded, and then press the other two ends. And we are going to repeat this with the rest of the square shapes for the rest of the atta. And see guys, I have 2 plates full of these shapes ready. So now in a big kadai, I've added some water, and to this water I'm going to add about 1 teaspoon of oil. And once the water is boiling, then we are going to start adding all of these shapes into that hot water. And now we are going to let them cook for the next 2 to 3 minutes on a high flame, or until they start coming on the surface of the water. Once they come on the surface of the water, then we are going to stir them in intervals, and we are going to let it cook for the next 5 minutes on a high flame. After 5 minutes, it's time for you to check if they are totally cooked or not. So you can just take one out, bite onto it, and if they feel cooked, then remove them out. Aren't they looking absolutely beautiful? Guys, make sure that you drain all of the water out, and you can simply place it on top of a plate. And then comes the next step, in which I've taken a kadai to which I'm going to add about 1.5 tablespoons of oil, And once we've added the oil and it's hot, then it's time for us to add about 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds, which is jeera. And once the jeera starts to splutter, then let's add 1 medium-sized chopped onion. Now I've roughly chopped it up. It's not very finely chopped up. So once we add the onions, then it's time for us to add 2 green chilies which I have sliced. And now let's give everything a good mix and let's cook it till the time the onions start looking a little translucent. So don't wait till the time it becomes brown. Let's just wait till the time it becomes nice and translucent. This could take about 2 to 3 minutes. After that, I'm going to add about 1/4 of a medium-sized green capsicum. Guys, you can add whatever vegetables you have in your house. I had some red bell pepper as well, so I just added 1/4 of a medium-sized bell pepper in it, along with half teaspoon of garlic paste, which is lasun ki paste. And now let's give everything a good mix till the time the onions are fully cooked and the capsicum are halfway cooked. After that, it's time for us to add about 2 medium-sized tomatoes, again roughly chopped. They're not very finely chopped, just roughly chopped, followed by 2 to 3 mushrooms, half teaspoon of salt, or you can add as per your taste. Just remember that you're adding salt only for the vegetables, and this will help fasten the cooking process as well. So now let's give everything a good mix. Also guys, to fasten the cooking of the tomatoes, I'm going to cover it up and let it cook for the next 3 to 4 minutes. After about 3 to 4 minutes, let's have a look at our vegetables. Look at that. Our tomatoes are nicely cooked in and our vegetables are looking absolutely delicious. They're nicely mixed in together. So now it's time to start adding 1/4 teaspoon of dhania jeera powder, which is coriander cumin powder, followed by 1 teaspoon of Kashmiri red chilli powder. Now this is for the color. It's not very spicy too, so don't be alarmed. Followed by 1.5 teaspoon of pav bhaji masala. Yes, pav bhaji masala. It really brings out the taste of this dish. And now let's give everything a good mix and let's cook it for the next 1 to 2 minutes so the masalas get really mixed in well with the vegetables. It's been 2 minutes and the aroma is really beautifully spread in my house. Guys, make sure that you do stir it in intervals. And now it's time for us to add the star of this recipe, which is our shell shaped whole wheat dough, and let's give everything a good mix. And once everything is nicely mixed in and all the masalas and the vegetables are nicely coating our shell-shaped whole wheat dough, or you can call it homemade pasta, then guys, let it cook for the next 2 to 3 minutes on a low flame. And then let's just simply sprinkle some fresh coriander leaves. Let's give everything a good mix and then let's serve it while it's hot to our families. Guys, I'm telling you, this is a total dhamaka dish. You are absolutely going to love it. So do make it. Do let me know what you think about it. Do share this recipe link with your friends and family so even they can enjoy this delicious dish. And I will see you very, very soon. Meanwhile, you take care. Bye-bye.